Right then, here we go then. Good evening and welcome here to the second half of the BTCC Blueprints with STDash84 Design Season 15 coming to you live at Goodwood. As you can hear, I am back, but unfortunately I've got no Liam. That's because Liam is going to be racing because we're running a little bit short on numbers for this season, because we've heard confirmation that two drivers have left, Jeffrey Westenborg, and Peter James Smith. Peter obviously couldn't fix the pedal in time, or if he hasn't got a lot of time in him, so we are looking for some drivers to enter for next week, because next week will be the penultimate round, and it will be a very special race as well next week, because race 1 of next week will be the 250th race in this since this championship was started. So yeah, very looking forward to be with that one. Hopefully Liam's going to be in the booth with me for that one, but there you go. Anyway, then looking here at Ewan Lloyd sitting second fastest at the moment, his teammate Connor Heron in fourth. So nice to see Ewan Lloyd back in the championship. Did very well when he was driving the Seat in the first round of the championship, when he picked up a podium when he was replacing Adam Piper in the team Seat. Anyway, we'll talk about the championship points then coming into this this round. So Ethan Graham still leads the way on 92 points, and he's got a 13-point advantage over Lewis Edwards on 79, Chris Clements on 74, and Connor Heron, if he hadn't had those two disconnects, he would have been a hell of a lot closer to Ethan in the championship. And unfortunately he sits down there in fourth place with 71. Xavier McIntosh on 64, Rob Showler on 58, who's not racing because he's rather wanting to be playing poker instead of playing this, which is a bit of a poor show for Rob, and definitely letting the team RAC boys down a lot there, because he's more interested in gambling instead of racing. Liam New on 56, Leon Welsh, who is now a newly timed BTCC race winner, sits on 52. Tied with 1 point behind him is his teammate, and tied with Adam Piper, both on 51. Westenborg on 38, but he's no longer racing now. As you can see there, there is McEwen, the two-time champion, back out on track, or he was back out on track, but not for long. So yeah, McEwen is replacing Westenborg. Nashel on 29, Luke Clifford on 19, and Peter James Smith being replaced now by I'm guessing it'll be Ewan Lloyd on 17. So yes, Goodwood, we've raced at this track before. I think it was back in season 12, I want to say. And if anyone can remember back what happened in season 12, there was just cars going off all over the place, and I don't think, I think tonight is probably going to be the same thing tonight. I would imagine so. Oh, one thing to mention about is also the Teams Championship as well. So Team Halfords on 148, Seat Sport UK on 125, Team RAC on 122, but they're only going to have the one team. Cartwell Racing on 103, Farclar Racing on 98, VX Racing on 88, and Team Eurotech on 67. Clements in on 6 axes tonight, go gentle. Give it a try then, and that's Rob in the chat saying hello there. Rob, just get out and race, man, you stupid numpty. Oh, Piper's gone off in a big way. And I don't think he's going to be the first person to go off the track, I can promise you that. And definitely I've got my my Holes original clearing menthol action tablets, or whatever you call them, because I'm definitely going to be needing them. So Ethan has started qualifying, and for those that are new to the championship, it is just a straight 5-minute shootout, and pretty much self-explanatory. You have the fastest time, you start on the pole position, but also you have listen to the amount of time all of them out going out on the track there at the same time there. So let's have a look then. So I was just about to say that also they've got these medium tyre compounds, which one of them has to use a set of mediums for one race out of each of these meetings. So we'll try and go through the field as we can, but it looks like to me, I think it's only Ash that's going to be on the mediums. Let's have a look here. So looks like, yeah, Sharp there. Oh no, I'll give it time for it to settle down, because the table was a bit, it just chops and changes and all that. So there's a look then at Lee McEwen, two-time champion of the series, and he's got there his teammate there, Nashel, there in the Eurotech Hyundai. They're both on softs. Liam New, Clements, Ewan Lloyd, Connor Heron. Let's look at the championship leader. There's Adam Piper, 10th in the championship. There is Lewis Edwards, the three-time champion of this series, just been passed by Xavier McIntosh. There is Leon Welsh, and there is, sorry, yeah, that was Welsh, and there is a look at R Sharp, and Edwards trying to find his teammate Clifford, who's actually got some damage already. So Clifford with some damage on his car, and you can see that Edwards flashing the lights to Clifford to say, I needed a bit of a tool. So he's not going to get that tool, so Edwards is going to have to do it the hard way if he can get to the pole position. So by my reckoning, it looks like it's just Sharp that's going to be on the mediums for race 1. Drivers will have 6 sets of mediums to their name throughout the 6 rounds, and we'll give you a rundown then as the times are just going to be happening, because they're just going through the middle of the track then. So guys that don't have mediums for race 1 are Luke Clifford, Ethan Graham, Liam New, Xavier McIntosh, Adam Piper, and that's it. But Ash is using his second of his allocated mediums in race 1, so he has no medium tyres to his name now. Now then, let's then have a look then at my co-commentator as he makes his way through the tricky chicane. It definitely caught a lot of people out at the chicane. He makes it nice and tidy through there. Will his teammate Nashel do it? Slightly okay there. But there you go, 1:13.552 is the benchmark. Nashel goes 1.1 seconds slower than that. But then Ewan Lloyd in the VX Racing Renault goes to the top with a 1:13.312. McIntosh goes 4th. Connor Heron, his teammate, is not even shown in the top 10, so he's must have made a mistake. Ash Sharp with a 1:16.3, but like I said, he's the only one on the set of mediums. And Edwards goes to the point by doing it a 1:13.134 as the field make their way in towards St Mary's, and then into Levant corner. Luke Clifford does a 1:21.646, so he must have made a mistake like Connor Heron did. So as it stands at the moment, it is Lewis Edwards leading, then it's Ewan Lloyd 2nd, McEwen 3rd, Piper 4th, McIntosh, Clements, Ethan Graham, and Nashel completes the top 8. Liam New in 9th. Also, we're going to be noticing too that both, I think it's only just the Cartwell team and the Halfords team. As you can see on the side of the car, they've got like an Orange Army thing. That was because of the terrible tragedy what happened on Saturday. In regards to the Marshal losing its life after an accident at Brands Hatch. So yeah, so showing some fantastic support there from this league as the time's going and getting faster and faster there. McEwen going 2nd now, 1:13.290. So the guy who missed the season doesn't show any signs of rustiness, I can tell you that. He is 22 thousandths quicker though than Ewan Lloyd. Clements actually improves, goes to 4th position, as Clifford does a 14.2, definitely a lot better. Doesn't show him in the top 9, actually puts him in 10th place. So nearly just over a full second separating Clifford to his teammate Lewis Edwards, and Edwards could be on point for yet another pole position. He's already had 2. There's a look then at the 2 Cartwell guys there. As you can see that Ash Sharp, they're sponsoring the Orange Army there on the side of his car. Just making a little bit of mistake there at running a little wide at St Mary's. Now let's see then, we've got 5 seconds to go as Edwards there fully on sideways at St Mary's, and he's getting closer to the back of Leon Welsh's car, who's sitting 13th and last. And meanwhile, qualifying is over. Has McEwen improved? No, he doesn't. He was half a second slower. His teammate Nashel, Clements goes at the 2nd place with a 1:13.235. So that's a good effort there from Clements. Any other drivers improving up through the order? Looks like there isn't, as there's a whole gang of cars that are making their way through. Now then, who's that lot coming at the chicane? There'll be Sharp and Clifford. Sharp 12th, Clifford 10th, and he's not going to do anything. He's not going to improve, as he just kisses the tyre barrier on the exit of the chicane, and he will stay in 10th position. Sharp will stay in 12th. Looks like it's going to be pretty much status quo as it is, though Liam Walsh does improve to a 14.8. And that will just out-qualify his teammate Sharp on the slower tyres. And you can see the difference there, 1.5 seconds slower. That's the difference between racing on the softs to the medium tyres. And I think that will be Edwards, I think, across the line. So there you go. There you have it then. Very close qualifying there. 3.2 seconds separate the whole field. And Lewis Edwards gets his third pole position, so that's another bonus championship points for him. So we're ready then for race 1 of the championship, and it's all two familiar faces at the front. Edwards, Clements, McEwen, Lloyd, Piper, Graham, McIntosh, New, Heron, Clifford, Nashel, Welsh and Sharp. That's the 13 cars make up the grid. And we're getting ready for race number 247 of this 14-lap track around Goodwood. Can my voice sustain at the end? We're about to find out in about an hour's time as the lights go out and away we go. Great start there for McEwen. That's just typical because the VWs don't get off the line at all well, and the two-time champion goes into the lead of the race. Clements there in the third place, getting under some pressure already from the championship leader Ethan Graham, as Ewan Lloyd tries to make a look on the inside then as they're making their way now in towards Fordwater. The flat-out right-hander here, riding on board then with the newcomer Ewan Lloyd, who's been very impressive in this season. You know, replacing Adam Piper in the first race at Lagor, then has replaced Peter James Smith from the rest of the season there. It looks like Clements made a little bit of a mistake there at St Mary's there, lost a bit of time there on the top two, but it's the top 5, looks like they are all nose to tail, and it's a bit of a mess further back there. It was like Connor Heron has got up into 6th place, passing Liam New there, and Adam Piper still trying to hold on to 8th place. Luke Clifford has gained the spot up to 9th, and I think Leon Welsh is already up into P10 from starting 12th on the grid. Look at this further out front here, Clements versus Graham, and look at this now. Can Ewan Lloyd make 2 positions in 1 then? Going into, that will be Woodcote, as Lewis Edwards has now taken over the lead of the race there, but Ewan Lloyd now up into 4th as they make their way in towards the chicane then for the first time. Oh, we're all nice and tidy through there. Piper running a little bit off there. Someone has gone off there. Clifford has gone off. Any more cars heading off there? Looks like we're not. Looks like Liam New has made he's gone way down the pecking order. He's down into P12. So let's see what happened then to Liam New, as he was there was contact at the chicane, and Piper just giving him no room whatsoever there, and then goes right into Sharp. Nothing that Sharp could have done there, in fairness there. So Liam New down into 12th place there, so a lot of work to do then for Liam, who says he's been really struggling. I've seen him practicing a lot at this track, and he did spin the car quite a lot of the time, so you know, maybe the Team Halford's drivers there, looks like they are definitely going to be struggling here. Meanwhile, Ewan Lloyd now up into 3rd position, like where he was in the 2nd race at Lago Maggiore, passing his then teammate at the time, Chris Clements there. Heddon's now up into 5th, Ethan Graham down to 6th, Piper in 7th, and McIntosh is in 8th position. And meanwhile, let's have a look at this battle then for 9th place, which is led by Clifford, who's gained the spot, but he's gone off at Woodcote, and so too is Nashel. Nashel's joint suit there, hits the tyre wall, and he's went from all the way, he's going to go down in last place because Leon Welsh is going to have a look on the inside, and that is now him up into 11th place. He's actually got 2 places there. Welsh passed in Nashel on the outside on the exit of the chicane. And look at Ash Sharp there, the only driver in the medium tyres, is sitting there in the top 10. Meanwhile, back up front then, lap 3 out of 14, and it is still Edwards leading the way. Then it's McEwen 2nd, Ewan Lloyd 3rd. Ethan Graham has now gone up into 4th position because what has happened to Clements? Clements has gone down to P8. That's not good. He must have made a mistake at the chicane or something like that, but big moment there already for the championship, who's sitting 3rd in the championship. Chris Clements has fallen down to 8th place, not what you want to see. Now he's coming in some increasing pressure from Liam New in the background, and there is Ash there sponsoring the stripes there, and you can see they're down on the side of the car, the Orange Army there, like I says, in remembrance of the marshal that was killed at Brands Hatch last Saturday. Now then into the chicane then for lap 3 out of 14. Sharp taking it nice and tidy there, but a little bit conservative. But Liam Walsh goes full on hag, and there he kisses the tyre barrier. And meanwhile, Clifford and Nashville looks like Clifford is going to go protect his truck place finish. And now Lee McEwen has gone into the lead there. And what's happened now to Edwards? He's fallen off way off the pace from McEwen, and Ewan Lloyd is going to go into second place here. Ewan Lloyd in the VX Racing Renault has been such a fine addition into the championship, and he's up into second place. So superb stuff then from Ewan Lloyd. Ethan will be delighted to probably be in fourth place at the moment, and it looks like there's going to be a battle shaping up very soon here with Connor Heron. Looks like he's getting McIntosh and Piper slightly getting a little bit held up behind. And again, Connor sitting fourth in the championship there. He's only, what, 3 points behind Chris Clements. He is ahead of Clements, though, in the race. But like I said, he's had 2 disconnections. He doesn't want to disconnect again. Now then into Woodcote. Misses the apex on the last bit of the Woodcote corner. Now is under some incredible pressure now from Xavier McIntosh. As we start lap 5 out of 14. It's actually quite a calm first race. Oh, and I think they're back in the background there. Cars going off there. I think that was Clifford giving Sharp the heave-ho on the exit of the chicane. And that's a position change there. Ash will probably not like that after what happened. There's a look at a replay. Maybe just caught it a little bit too late there. Oh, and he's gone off again. Sharp's gone off again there. And Madrick. Here's the replay. And you can see Clifford coming from a long way away. Oh, I think, yeah, Sharp just clipped the edge of the barrier of the chicane there. So I don't think that was Clifford's fault there. And a bit of a struggling time then for the Cartwell drivers there. They're both drivers sitting second last and last there. And disappointment there as well for Leon after winning at Brands Hatch. I do seem to have a bit of a knack for missing drivers having their first wins. It's the same with Connor Heron and Ash Sharp last season at St. Croix, and I missed Leon Welsh's win at Brands Hatch last week when I missed it. Now then, look at this, the battle for third place is raging. 2 former teammates there going side by side. And is Ethan going to go around the outside at Madrick on Lewis Edwards here? He's tried to. Oh, that's a brave move if he can do it, and he's done it. Superb. Great pass there from Ethan Graham up into third place around the outside of the 3-time champion. And we didn't see this when Ethan was teammates to Lewis Edwards, but you know, now they're not teammates. He's definitely out the window there. Superb pass from Ethan around the outside at Madrick. That was very brave and made it stick as well. Now then, this battle for 5th place is raging on then as on the outside goes McIntosh. Piper trying to look away around the pair of them. Couldn't do it though because it's a bit of a traffic jam for Piper to try and go around the pair of them as we ride on board with the Coco man. He's got 6th place. He's got the pass on McIntosh, nearly giving Connor Heron a little bit of a bump draft on the left quarter panel. Tries to do it again on the straightaway. Now into Woodcote, who's going to go late on the brakes this time. Connor, yeah, just parks it on the inside there and protects his 5th place, but at least Adam Piper's gained a spot on passing McIntosh. Having a look further back through the field there. Clements is trying to catch up to as well as Liam New. Looks like everyone made it past the chicane fine as we're going to start the conclusion of the first half of the race. It is still McEwen leading from Ewan Lloyd, and I think Lloyd is slowly catching up to Liam. Then Ethan and Lewis there still having their battle 3rd and 4th. Let's ride on board now with Edwards as he's going to go around the outside at Fordwater. Sorry, that's St. Mary's. Can he do it? Oh, nearly goes on the grass there. That was close racing there from Ethan and Lewis. Now then into Levant corner. And it looks like the Hyundai could just stretch his legs just a teensy bit, but then the power of the VW, the Scirocco, right into the slipstream he is now. I just noticed there that something's happened to Heron. What's happened to Heron? He's down in 9th place. Oh, and he's had a huge off at St Mary's. Now, I don't know if he had help or he just went off by himself. So Heron is down to 9th place. Not good there for the guy who's running 4th in the championship. In fact, he's under now some pressure from Liam New. He just gets into the back of him. Side by side into the chicane. That's never going to work. And wow, he made it work. Caught Heron up into 8th place, but Liam New had to pay the price. And he might lose 9th place and nearly get into Clifford as well. So Liam New down to P10. As we start the second half of the race, McEwen still leads, but the gap is slowly coming down. 1.7 seconds he has now. Lewis Edwards has found a way back around Ethan Graham for 3rd spot, but it's now Piper in 4th. Piper in 5th, McEwen, McIntosh in 6th, and Clements now into 7th after the demise of what happened to Connor Head in the lap ago at St Mary's. And he's fully on the attack there at the same corner. He's not going to make the same mistake again. I don't know if he got helped off by Piper or if he just ran extremely wide, but Clifford's looking quite racy from in that Fastler VW Scirocco. Looking quite good so far. Meanwhile, his teammate is still under a lot of pressure from Ethan. And that's a battle for the bottom step of the podium there. Lewis, they're flashing the lights too. As we will start lap 9 out of 14. And there is Piper in P5. McIntosh in 6th. And there's Piper's teammate Clements in 7th. And then we have a look again at the battle for 8th place there as Liam New runs a little wide again off the chicane. And now there's Leon Welsh, who may have clipped the tyre barrier. I think he may have actually. Or the polystyrene barrier. So here's a replay. Just running a very wide out of Woodcote. And getting it fully on sideways there. He missed it, okay then. So he was trying to control it. Good save though, but he's going to lose a bit of time. And now Nasho is going to close up a bit on Leon Welsh. And there's a look at Ash Sharp, 10 seconds down the road, but don't forget he is the only one on mediums. Now then, the gap is coming down now from Lloyd to McEwen, 1.3 seconds. So there is definite time for Ewan to get, you know, to make ourselves another brand new winner in the series. We've already got 5 different winners in this. This will be the 10th round of the championship. Ethan's got 3 wins, Edwards got 3 wins, Connor Heddon's got a win, Chris Clements got a win, and Leon Welsh. As it looks like there's another change to battle in there, and that's Heddon. Heddon has gone off again. And Connor had a lot of problems at this track back in season 12 when he was actually teammate to... Oh, Clements was down in 9th place. Clements made a mistake. It just runs right at Woodcote, and that's where Connor had a lot of problems back in season 12, and there he is. I think he's not wanting to have any hindrance of what happened there the last time, and he's hit the wall there yet again. I don't know what happened to Clements because he's down in 8th place, well 7th place now, so he's actually regained that spot, but he's lost a lot of ground now. And McIntosh is up into 5th position, and Piper's lost a lot of ground away. So and I said Piper's made a mistake at the chicane that we didn't see from Heron making his mistake at Woodcote. Yeah, McIntosh, the only Team RAC driver. Rob Showler again not participating in this one because he's far more interested in trying to lose his money over racing. And I tell you what, Liam is really catching up here. I'm sorry, Ewan is catching up now. He is in the groove, I'd have to say. And Edwards is starting to stretch his legs away from Ethan too. So... yeah, the gap now, 1.2 seconds to go. We've got 4 more laps to go. Can McEwen hold on and get a first victory for the Eurotech team? I'm guessing that's Rob that's just left a message in the chat. I've only just noticed that it went up to 3. So I'm thinking, yeah, that could be Rob. Oh, Ethan fully sideways there on the exit of Madgwick. That's going to lose him some time now to Lewis. So it looks like Ethan's going to content to stay in 4th position. Fast lap though goes to Lewis Edwards. So that would be another championship point for Lewis. Now then, let's have a look then. It looks like Piper is starting to catch up on McIntosh now. I think he's gained half a second since we last looked away. Luke Clifford now in 8th after starting, I think it was in 10th, but he's, you know, he's trying to get by the runner-up from last season, Chris Clements. Let's ride on board with Luke. Decent race here from Luke in the 8th spot into Woodcote. Oh, Clements ran very wide there. Look at that, how much closing speed there Luke did there. That's not an overtaking spot. Clements on the ragged edge, and so too did Clifford, and he hit the edge of the barrier on the exit of the chicane. So that hard work of really catching up to Clements there has cost him a bit. It's nearly 2 seconds, and look around the outside. That's Heron on the outside. Here comes Connor to the inside then of Ford Water, puts 2 wheels on the grass. You'd think the power of the McGann should go straight through it easily, and yep, he does now. So Connor now back into 8th, and Clifford down into P9. The gap now has come down. Ewan Lloyd to McEwen just coming down to about a second with about 3 laps to go. Ethan Graham has now gone into 3rd position. He's battling with Lewis Edwards. Edwards just made a mistake, and he's trying to hold on to 3rd place by braving it really. Oh, and gets into the side of him. Kept it going, no. Lewis on the grass there. That will compromise him on the exit. It's going to be straight line speed. Who's going to come across the line side by side? Now Ethan did the pass again at Madrick a couple of laps ago. He's going to have to do it yet again, but this time in a penultimate lap down. This time Lewis is a little bit better to know that Ethan couldn't do that again. So we start the penultimate lap of the race. McEwen leads, but the gap is slowly coming down to him and Ewan Lloyd. Ethan Graham all over the back of Lewis Edwards. McIntosh in 5th. But Piper is starting to close up a little bit there. Clements just made a couple of mistakes in this race. It's now down in P7. And Clifford has retaken that 8th spot away from Connor Heron. And they got Liam New in 9th. Ash Sharp sitting in 10th. 11th. Leon Welsh in 12th, and Nashel in 13th place. But it's been a bit of a race to forget though for Nashel, unfortunately. So the team Eurotech boys, they're sitting first and dead last there, as looks like as we are on to the last lap of the race, and Ewan Lloyd has brung the gap down to less than a second. But has he got time to get by McEwen here? What's happened there? There was a position change. That might have been Ethan. Oh, and off goes Edwards at Madrick. Edwards goes off at Madrick. We'll have a look at a replay. Was there contact? So let's ride on board then with Captain Stowe himself. Actually, let's not. Let's go. Let's see. Does yeah, I think Ethan was ahead at the time, and yeah. So unfortunately for Edwards, he'll have to settle for 4th place, or could be 5th place because McIntosh is all over the back of him. Meanwhile, the leaders are making their way towards Woodcote for the final time, and McEwen, who has shown no signs of rustiness after taking a season away, done a few races away from this series because he was being in the booth. It looks like it's going to be normal racing has been resumed by the looks of it, as the 2-time champion will cross the line and he will win his first race of the season. Ewan Lloyd, his best ever results, finished in 2nd place. Here comes Ethan Graham to cross the line in 3rd. He'll be quite chuffed about that. 4th place will go to Lewis Edwards. McIntosh, oh no, Piper got McIntosh across the line in 5th. So I think not unless if McIntosh made a mistake at the chicane, it's cost him 6th place. Liam New there going across in 8th there. Connor Heron takes to the grass in 9th place. Clifford down in 10th. And now we've got to wait a long time here to see Lewis and Leon Welsh there and Ash Sharp there. They're a long way behind. 32 seconds they are away from the pack. And here comes Leon, who has shown some great improvements in the last 2 meetings at Laguna Seca and at Brands Hatch. And here he comes then, and he'll be disappointed at finishing 11th. But anyway, he will cross the line then, and so too will his teammate. And then we've got to wait 5 seconds to see McEwen's teammate Nashhold crossing the line in last place. And there we go, that is your lot. So congratulations then to Liam McEwen. He has shown no signs of rustiness at all in the car. He's got his first win of the season. We will go through the unofficial results, and then I'll save my voice for race 2, so to speak. Oh wow, we've got 9 people watching. That's cool. That's lovely to see. Don't forget, give this race a thumbs up. Well, the stream a thumbs up. It will, you know, greatly improve, you know, this community, this new community of FTR. So, anyways, here's a look then of the unofficial results. Liam McEwen, first win of the season for him. Ewan Lloyd, his best result. Second place, Ethan Graham third. Lewis Edwards fourth. Adam Piper fifth. McIntosh in sixth. Chris Clements in seventh. Liam New gets an eighth. Salvage in eighth place. Connor Head in 9th, Luke Clifford in 10th, Leon Welsh and Al Sharp, the 2 Cartwell boys, in 11th and 12th, and Roy Nashall complete the lot in 13th place. Fastest lap also goes to Captain Slow himself. That will be his 4th fastest lap of the season. But there we go, 6 different winners in the 10 races that we've just done. So I will sort out the points, and we'll get ourselves ready for race 2. Always going for BG. Oh, we're back again. Sorry, done the points. I have done the points. And this is how the championship looks. Ethan Graham on 107. Lewis Edwards on 94. Chris Clements on 83. So he's lost a bit of ground. Connor Hedden also has lost ground, 78. McIntosh 74. Liam New on 64. Adam Piper was one of the big improvements in the championship. He moves up at least 3 spots. He's now on 62. Rob Schauler is not racing, but he's on 58, and he will stay on 58. Leon Welsh is on 57. Sharp on 55. Westenborg on 48. Now, for any driver replacements in that, whoever's replacing that driver, they only get half the points. With McEwen winning that race, it's 20 points for the win. He'll only get 10 points for that. Nashville 32, Clifford on 25, and Peter James Smith on 26. But I think Ewan Lloyd is stuck in spot, so he could get full points now. Anyway, race 2 is looking like this: McEwen, Lloyd, Graham, Edwards, Piper, McIntosh, Clements, New, Heron, Clifford, Welsh, Sharp, and Nashville. Here we go then. Bit of a dark day now. Damp conditions sort of like at Goodwood. But let's see. Lights out and away we go. And it's typical the Hyundais will get a good start over the Renaults and the VWs. And watch out. Look at McIntosh sticking his Mazda through the middle there. Trying to get through both the VWs there. And there's a look at Liam New. He's made a great start. He's up to 4th place though. And Edwards on the inside at Madgewick. And he gets through back into 4th place there. Oh, well, nice and tidy at the back of the pack there. A couple of wheels there. Looks like Connor Hedden has gone off then. It's the first corner there. And Leon Welsh on those medium tyres. A lot of drivers actually taking the medium tyres here. Quite a lot of them actually, so to speak there. But looks like Hedden and Nashville and Leon Welsh has already fallen way behind from the pack on this the opening first lap there. So here's a look then at Sharp. Then have a look on the inside at Levant corner on the Clifford, and he's gained the spot. Now he's up into 9th place. Oh, is he? As Clifford just retakes that spot back. Meanwhile, Ewan Lloyd has found a way back around Ethan Graham, and he's retaken that second spot. And meanwhile, further behind, though, as Clements and McIntosh and Liam New, they're battling for 5th, 6th and 7th. Oh, contact! That's never on there, Clifford. I have to say that it was never on right from the get-go. I mean, I have to say the chicane is not really a place to overtake someone. It really isn't there. So yeah, it did look like it was never on in the first place from Clifford there, and Sharp lost out a ton. So too did, and he's actually now fallen into the battle with Nashel, Heron, and Sharp's teammate Liam Walsh there. So Clifford there, a little bit of a silly mistake there from him trying to pass someone in the chicane, because it just never looked like it was really on. Meanwhile, Edwards has got that third spot back. It looks like it's going to be the top 4 as it was in the first race. But this time, Lloyd is going to have to do something to catch back up, because he's losing ground already on McEwen. 1.4 seconds he has. Let's have a look then for 5th place on back. Clements is into P5. Oh, and again, Liam New's defensive driving is not really the best, though. I mean, he is a bit of an aggressive person when he tries to defend his position. Oh, McIntosh nearly gets into the side there. Don't forget, these two made contact at the finale at Brands Hatch, which compromised Clements' chances of winning the championship last season. So I don't know if there's any love lost there between the pair of them, especially from Clements' side of point of view. But now let's have a look then at the back of Clements here. As you can see, there's Luke Clifford there. He's managed to get by Piper this time. Hopefully it was a little bit before the chicane. And the run there, and this time he does have an overlap on Liam New this time, and up into 5th place. But look at the gap he's already got to make up. 3.4 seconds. I'm only on lap 3. Now it's just a case of whether Clements can just hold it and just hold on to that 5th place and just don't make any mistakes whatsoever. Now Liam New is going to go forward into the clutches, as Clements looks like he's sorry, not Clements, Clifford is really doing well here, and here comes Sharp. Now what's happened to McIntosh? He's fallen down to 10th place now. He was in 6th place at the start of the lap. Into Levant, runs wide. Does he put a couple of wheels on the grass? Yes, he does. So through goes Clifford, through goes Piper, and Sharp will also follow suit as well. So not a good lap there for Xavier. Oh, off goes Liam. That's like the 3rd time he's gone off in the off into the grass at the chicane, and he might lose that 10th spot though to Connor Heron, and through he goes. And here comes Nashel to the inside, just barely gets through. And it's been a it's been a meeting to forget here for Liam New. Oh, meanwhile, new leader in Ewan Lloyd. Now, did McEwen make a mistake at the chicane? I would imagine so, but huge there. Now, this is a chance here for Lloyd, and have ourselves a new winner in the touring cars. We had seen 2 of it last season. We got Liam Walsh winning last week at Brands Hatch. Can Ewan Lloyd make another first-time driver to win in the championship? She's got to sustain the pressure though from McEwen, who's vastly experienced as well. He's not a 2-time champion for nothing. Then into Woodcote they go, nice and tidy there from Ewan Lloyd. Ethan Graham has retaken 3rd spot away from his former teammate. Clements is actually catching. Fair play to Chris Clements. He's really caught up now. It was about 3.6. It's now 1.7. And I'll tell you what, the more time Ethan and Lewis Edwards are side by side, it's going to allow Chris Clements to go around, and Ethan Graham trying to hold on to that 4th spot there. Lewis Edwards going to go around the outside, what Ethan did in the first race, and he's repaid the favour. So Edwards has retaken that 3rd spot. Ethan down to 4th, but he's going to be under a bit of pressure now, because Clements is coming the way that them two are battling. Clifford has now gone up into 6th place. He is flying through the field. Piper in 7th. Sharp is in 8th. He's on the set of softs. Gone ahead in 9th place, trying to get there. Well, McIntosh is trying to get by for 9th spot. Forget though, Liam New is on a set of mediums, so he's doing as much as he can though, as well as Ethan. Ethan is also on a set of mediums. But look at this. Ewan Lloyd in the lead. McEwen second. Third place is still Edwards. Fourth is Ethan Graham. Fifth is Chris Clements. And in sixth place is Clifford. Piper seventh. Sharp in 8th, Connor Heron and McIntosh 9th and 10th, Liam New 11th, Nasho and 12th, and Leslie and Welsh all the way down there in 13th place. It's been a meeting, as well as Liam New, a bit of a meeting to forget, and off goes Leon at Woodcote. So the highs of having some really good finishes at Laguna Seca and Brands Hatch to the disappointment at Goodwood here today. Hopefully he'll be a lot more better come Kyoto next week. Now then, the gap slowly coming down now. Less than a second it is now from McEwen to Ewan Lloyd. Hopefully Ewan is not feeling the pressure of the former two-time champion, as I think there was a bit of a position change. Yep, Clifford now into 7th. Or is Sharp getting 7th? Yeah, Sharp has got 7th place. He's passed Clifford out of St Mary's. And there's Sharp doing a good drive up through the field. Looks like he made a bit of a mistake there with Levant, and Clifford's got a good run out of Levant corner, and he's taken that 7th spot back. McIntosh has found a way by where's Connor Heron? Heron is down to 12th. So again, Connor Heron, another meeting to forget for him as well, like with the likes of New and Leon Welsh. Oh, Liam nearly tight slapped there out of Woodcote, and Connor kisses the solid styrofoam barrier at the chicane. Yeah, but I think Connor still does have like these nightmares from season 12 when he was actually teammate to Chris Clements in the Synchro Motorsport. Oh no, sorry, it was the Team Collard car, the BMW. Silver and black one when we were racing the 2003 car, so we still have some nasty nightmares back from that season. Meanwhile, his teammate is under some pressure now, because McEwen is really caught up now to the back of Ewan Lloyd. Meanwhile, Ethan has been passed by Clements. Don't forget, Ethan is on no set of mediums. And now beat the two. A lot of drivers are actually getting rid of the two tyres here. There's only a couple of drivers on a set of mediums for race 2 now. Clifford's got one set of mediums left. Oh, I'm going to have to take a tyres away from Rob, haven't I? So it's going to have to be a set of mediums away from Rob if he decides to race next week. And Sharp's still got one set of mediums left. Clements there going defensive there on the start-finish straight there. Now goes back onto the racing line. But I tell you what, the top two are now nose to tail there. Let's ride on board then with McEwen. And he's basically stalking Ewan Lloyd, the newcomer in this championship. And now will McEwen make his move at St Mary's? No, he's not. Fully on the cab there from Ewan Lloyd. He's got to do anything. He's got to protect the lead there, because we're into the second half of the race there. McEwen being very respectful to Ewan. Just trying to get a good run out of Levant corner. Now onto the Levant straight away, and then try and make a pass at Woodcote. But again, Ewan will do anything in his power to hold on to the lead. But the more time they're going to keep on battling, it's going to allow Lewis Edwards to catch up with the pair of them. I thought Ewan may have outbraked himself at Woodcote, but kept it going. And you can see the gap coming down now from Edwards to McEwen. 2.1 seconds now as we start lap 9 out of 14. It is still Lloyd at McEwen. Then it is Edwards, Clements, Graham, Piper, Clifford and Sharp. That's your top 8. I'll tell you what, this will be such a great driver for Ewan Lloyd if he can hold on with the amount of pressure. Look at the run there that McEwen gets on that high and high. Again, tries to go around the outside, going into St Mary's, but again, Ewan blocks it off. And again, the more time they're battling, it's going to allow Edwards to catch up, and now he's less than 2 seconds away now. What about Clements? How far is he away to Edwards? He's 2.4 seconds adrift. Graham there, more battling going on there. That is Luke Clifford getting by Piper for 6th place there. So has Piper made a mistake there? Oh no, he actually caught up to him. So Luke Clifford are having a great second race here, up to 6th place there. Yellow flag's been waved. Who went off? Oh, it's Clifford. Clifford's gone off. Oh, well, that's the commentator's curse there for you. And it's going on to the Levant corner. Just dipped a couple of wheels on, and around she goes. That's a shame there, because he was having a great second race there. That Luke needed a really good finish there to help him go up in the championship points, but that's not what he needed, unfortunately. In fact, he's down to 10th place because Heddon's found a way through. Let's have a look then at the gap, then at the top two. 3/10 of a second, but Edwards is catching. 1.6 seconds he is now away. And you can see he is on a mission right now because he has set the fastest lap of the race. So another championship point will go towards Lewis Edwards' way. So we could have ourselves a 3-car fight here for the win. Coming up with about a couple of laps to go, I reckon. Meanwhile, still 4th place is Chris Clements. And you've got Ethan Graham in 5th. Sharp has now got up into 6th place. Piper's really losing out. McIntosh has improved to 7th. Good out in this here from Sharp. Now the 3rd race, for anyone that's new to the championship there, the 3rd race will be reverse grid results from this race. So if Ewan Lloyd can hold on to this win, he will start dead last for race 3. But he'll have to start on the mediums, as Piper's... The power of that Scirocco is scarily quick, and he just goes through on the straightaway on McIntosh. Nothing that McIntosh can do, it's just the power of the Scirocco is just far, far too quick. It may not be good off the starts, but straight line speed, it just beats the rest of the cars. Watch him close up on the back of Sharp as he flashes the lights there to try and put Ash off. Runs right, they're out of Madrick. Is that going to allow Xavier to close up just a teensy bit? Not that much though. And even that Xavier's in the slipstream, even Piper can still pull away from him. As a look at Nashville, had a bad first race, having a decent second race here in 9th place. In fact, Clifford has had a nightmare. Look at him, he's lost his momentum, lost his concentration. I think he's actually disconnected. Has his pad disconnected? Oh, his wheel disconnected? Oh, in fact, he's left the room. He's left the room altogether. So Clifford, unfortunately, out of the race. Hopefully, we'll get to see him in race 3. But again, there's still Ewan Lloyd still holding off that pressure. As we will start lap 12. 3 laps to go for Ewan Lloyd to get his first win of his career of this championship. And that will be a 7th different winner in the 11 races we've had this season. But Liam looks very close this time. He looks a lot more determined. He's all over the back of him. Look at them. Half a tenth separated them as they're going in towards Matrick. Now, there's a bit of... Oh, and through goes McEwen. Brave pass there at St. Mary's. That was superb. Now, they will have a bit of an issue here because going in the Levant corner, that would be Leon Welsh. Oh, in fact, Leon has actually spun it by the looks of it. Yes, indeed he has. So he's moved out of the way. He's now a full lap down. I thought lap traffic could have played a part in the outcome of this race, but no, not to be. Lewis Edwards has lost a lot of time. He's now nearly 4 seconds adrift away. Clements, they're having a bit of a quiet race though in 4th place, but it's what he needed. After the poor first race there, but can Ewan Lloyd... Oh, he's trying to get him back at the chicane. I always thought that's not an overtaking spot to get back at the chicane. And now he's lost some ground now, and he's got 2 more laps to go if he can try and get his first win of his career. Meanwhile, Ethan Graham has just lapped Leon Welsh, trying to get a bit of a toe off him. But as it will stand right now, Leon will start on the pole for race 3. Let's ride on board then with Sharp in 8th place. There's Piper just ahead in the Seat, the Team Seat livery. And there's McIntosh in 7th, Sharp in 8th. Looks like he's losing a little bit of ground now on the top 2. He's out of the slipstream though. Oh, I tell you what, Ewan is all over the back again here. This is going to be... Oh, he's just trying to cut to the inside of Woodcote. There's a bit of a touch there going into Woodcote. Liam getting the back end a little bit sideways, but keeps hold of it. Ewan on the grass here. This is going to be very close now as we've got one more lap to go. Now it's, you know, it's definitely out the window now. Can Ewan Lloyd get his first win of the season? And he's sustaining an awful lot of pressure on the two-time championship. I tell you what, he's not phased to try and get by McEwen. Look at the run he's getting though through Madrick. He gets a great run. Will he have to speed off the corner? He may will, you know. He may do. Can he brave it though on the outside of Fordwater? This is tense stuff here on the last lap of race 2. Oh, if he can hold on the outside of Fordwater, who have the inside for St Mary's, he still has the inside line, but McEwen gets the run, nearly puts 2 wheels on the grass on the exit of St Mary's. Still side by side into Levant corner. Oh my, this is going to be like a photo finish. Can he do the switcheroo? No, he can't. Woo can't do the switcheroo. And now then onto the Levant straight away. A couple of wheels on the grass there for McEwen. Was that a little bit of a bump there, possibly? Bump drafting maybe? I'm not too sure, but it helped McEwen either way because he's starting to stretch his legs just a little bit there. He's got a couple of corners to go. This is really the only overtaking opportunity at Woodcote. If he can get a good run here, or not, so unless he can force a mistake on McEwen at the chicane. Looks like he is not going to. No, he's not. McEwen is just going to hold on and get a double win there. What a battle, though. Ewan Lloyd, second place again. Edwards gets third. Chris Clements gets Skurdine in fourth position. And Ethan Graham just making his way into the chicane right now. Quite a long way away, actually. 13 seconds he is away. But that's still a decent effort, though, to be on those medium tyres. And oh, what's happened here? There, Piper down to 7th place, to 8th place now, because McIntosh has gone through. Sharp is in 7th. Piper delegated to 8th place. We wait there for Connor Heading to cross the line in 9th place. There's Leon Welsh. He's going to be finishing a lap down in 12th. There's a look then at Roy Nasho. He's making his way last there in 10th place there. And Liam New, who's had a shocking meeting yet again. And yep, he's not too keen on Goodwood, isn't he? Is poor Liam. And he will start second in race 3, and he will cross the line in 11th place. And again, going on the grass there. He's done that a lot. And yeah, he's just sliding across the line. And there you go. So Liam McEwen with yet another win. And it's pretty much showing his season 14 dominance and how he dominated that season there, picking up like, what was it, like 7 wins, and it shows why, you know, it definitely shows why. So here's the unofficial results then for race 2. Only 12 finishes because Clifford disconnected, unfortunately. But McEwen wins an exciting race 2 over Ewan Lloyd. Lewis Edwards only finishing 1.3 seconds back. Oh, as you can see there, reverse quid there. Clements in 4th, Ethan Graham 5th, McIntosh 6th, Sharp 7th, Piper 8th, Connor Heading 9th. Alright. Nashel 10th, Leon Welsh 11th, Liam New 11th, Leon Welsh 12th, and Clifford unfortunately DNF'd. Another fastest lap though goes to Lewis Edwards. It's his 5th fastest lap. So that's another championship point to him. So I will tot up the points and we'll see what the points like coming into the finale of this meeting at Goodwood. Right then, so I've totted up the points then already for after the race 2 points. Oh no, we've already done that. We need to go and watch the spectate and see what other drivers there have to be. So Nashel should be on the mediums, which indeed he does. Ewan Lloyd will be on... Yep. Leon used a set of mediums in the first one, so he should be okay. Alright, McEwen should actually start this race on mediums now. He should do. Just still waiting on confirmation if Clifford should come back. Glad you got my move, send it. Yeah, I did. We did send it. Don't forget, Liam, put on mediums. Don't forget that. Still says super softs, Liam, so get a move on, you know. Right then, so we'll talk about the championship points then after this one, and the gap has closed up. Ethan still leads the way, but it's now 8 points the gap now. Ethan Graham on 118, Lewis Edwards on 110, Chris Clements is on 96, Connor Hedden on 85, Xavier McIntosh on 84. Adam Piper's gained another spot in the championship. He's now up to 70, so he's been one of the big improvers in the championship. I think he started this before this round. He was like 10th. He's now up to 6th on 70. Liam New on 69. And then you have got the two Cartwell boys of Ash Sharp now on 64 to Liam Welsh's 61. Now, the third race is a reverse grid race. So, who's that gone off there? Oh, well, what a surprise. That's Liam. Liam is just, you know, just exploring the fields, really, isn't he? I can't imagine what Liam's like in the other party chat. He'll not be happy. He won't be happy. Yep, it's been a bit of a tough one here for Liam New. It's definitely been a huge struggle, but let's hope Kyoto will be a lot more better for Liam. He does have the quantities of being a very good driver. It's just that, you know, some tracks could be his favourite, some tracks aren't, and definitely Goodwood is definitely not his favourite. But hopefully he can redeem himself, because he will start second on the grid. And he will have a Leon Welsh beside him on the front row. I don't know if we're just still awaiting confirmation if Clifford should join back up, or are we going to be good enough to have the 12 people racing. So we'll just wait for the finals to start, and then I will save my voice for a little bit, and then, well, maybe not. So it looks like Clifford is not going to participate in the third. Oh, off he goes again. There's a look then at McIntosh. A fairly decent meeting for McIntosh. Some decent finishing for him. Hopefully Clemens has not had his controller disconnected yet again. But here we go then. Reverse grid order from the results from race 2. And it will be Leon Welsh on the pole. And Liam New will start second. Then I believe it'll be Nashel will start third. Yep, Nashel third, Connor Hedden in fourth, then it'll be Adam Piper in fifth, Sharp, then McIntosh, Ethan Graham, Chris Clements, Lewis Edwards, Ewan Lloyd, and Liam McEwen. There we go. So the two-time winner tonight here at the back end of the field. But can Leon redeem himself, or can Liam New get his first win of the season? Here we go, lights out, and away we go. And wow, looks like the top three have pulled themselves out. Almighty cat from the team, the guy in fourth place, which will be Ash Sharp. So yeah, good start there from Sharp up to fourth position. But the problem is he's got Ethan Graham all over the back of him, as there's someone that's gone off there by the looks of it. No, kept it going. Yep, I thought someone was running wide there through Madgewater. No, not Madrick, sorry, Madrick corner. Not Madgewater, that's the cross by Fordwater. McEwen already up into 8th place from starting 12th on the grid. But there you can see Liam New now into the lead of the race. And what's happened to Leon Welsh? Welsh is down to 5th place now. He must have ran wide out of Madrick, and he's lost that first place to his teammate. Actually, he gets into him, actually. And then loses the racing line at Fordwater, and that's Ethan Graham up to 4th place. So Team Halfords then is sitting 1-4 at the moment, but Liam New, like I says, he's had a very, a horrible meeting at Goodwood, and he leads the field by over 1 second there, because Sharp is now into 2nd place. He's passed Nasho alone on this lap as the field make their way through the chicane there for the first time in the last race of the night, and looks like Nasho has gone back through into 2nd place. Sharp just didn't get the run out of the chicane properly. Now, Nasho's pretty good at these third races there, because don't forget he did win his debut in this championship at the Nürburgring last season. But look out for Ethan Graham. Ethan's going to he's going to bump draft there Sharp into 2nd place. Into Fordwater they go. And yeah, he did help Sharp get into 2nd place. But Nasho on the grass there, going in towards St. Mary's there. Had he kept it on? Yes, he did. That would have been a hair-raising moment there for Ethan Graham there, just to get off the throttle there. But Sharp now into 2nd place, and he's trying to catch up to Liam New, the race leader. Ethan Graham is now into the lead of the race. Ethan Graham into 3rd place, my apologies. Now has Piper got an overlap on Nasho? Looks like he is. He's going to get a toe off of Ethan Graham, his former teammate at VX Racing. Again, is Piper going to go on the inside at Woodcote? No, he doesn't. And Piper's through up into 4th position there. Ewan Lloyd and Leon Welsh, they're fully on sideways. It looks like he's lost it. And into the tyre barrier. And it just sums up Leon Welsh's night at Goodwood. Just sums it up right there. On the grass, pretty much followed Ewan Lloyd's line, pretty much, and then just lost it. So, yep, like I said, a meeting to forget there for Leon Welsh, the newly crowned BTCC race winner. Now then, the gap has just sort of stayed the same there, sort of less than a second, but looks like Ethan, actually fastest lap though goes to Ash Sharp, 1:14.395, so good going there from Ash. But the problem is though, is he's got Ethan coming up on the back of him. And he's only half a second adrift there. Someone has improved there. Looks like the two VX Racing drivers there must have swapped positions then, because here comes Ewan Lloyd. He started 11th on the grid on the set of mediums. He's going to go by Nasho for 6th place there. That's good going here from Ewan Lloyd. Gets into him at Woodcote, and off goes Nasho. Keeps it going though, but Nasho will probably not be too chuffed about that. But the thing is though, is Lloyd did have the inside line, and he was fully legitly beside him. So yeah, there we go. Bit of a tough one to call here. Meanwhile, the top 4 are pretty much nearly nose to tail now. New's lead is going down quite a lot now, as we are on lap 4 out of 14. And is Sharp going to try and defend his 2nd spot? Or is he going to go for the lead here? He's in the middle of a Team Halford sandwich here. Is Ash Sharp. Into St. Mary's. Can he hold on to the 2nd place? Because Ethan's on the outside of him. And Piper on the grass there on the exit of the corner, but Sharp holds on to that 2nd place. Now then, into Levant. Can he get a good run out of Levant corner down to the straightaway? He's getting closer. Look at the shot. Look at the shine out of the back of the car, out of the back of the Halfords car. And again, he's going to go every which way there. Now then, side by side into Woodcote. Who's going to be late on the brakes then? Is it going to be New? Is it going to be Sharp? Gets into him at Woodcote. That was a bit naughty from Liam New, getting into the side of him. But he just holds on to that 5th place there. 2nd place. And now McIntosh is caught up there. So the top 5 there, literally nose to tail now as we start lap 5. There's a Seat going off a bit there. That might have been Clements. Yes, it was Chris Clements there. Now he's under some pressure from Liam McEwen. That is for 8th and 9th. And through Madrid goes McEwen up into P8 now. Now then, what's happened here now? It's a Team Halfords 1-2. Sharp's been relegated to 4th place. In NASCAR terminology, he'll be hung out to dry on that outside line. And through to 4th now goes McIntosh. Now then, what will Liam New do? Will he play the team game and let Ethan go by to help him for the championship and then try and hold up the whole field? But the problem is, he's got Piper behind as well, and Piper's one of the most determined racers on the grid. Although he made a little bit of a mistake there on the exit of Levant Corner. He's lost a lot of ground now to Ethan in the process. 1.1 second he has now. Not unless if Xavier gone into the back of him. Oh, Liam! Oh, God. I tell you what, it'd be quite nice to see another new winner in the championship. It would be lovely to see. But I think there's going to be a change for the lead here. And, yep, and through, yep, team orders played into there. And Ethan Graham goes into the lead. And now Liam will be, you know, a bit of a safety net now for Ethan. And he will definitely try and hold up the field behind. But now with Heron, a good thing that he's not disconnected. That's a good thing. But he's sitting in 5th position, having his best race of the night so far. It's been a very bad meeting for Conor Heron, who came into this meeting 4th in the championship and was only a couple of points away from Lewis Edwards, who was 2nd in the championship. And he's fallen a hell of a lot away from Lewis Edwards, 25 points to be exact. And now Piper on the outside of Liam New. And now this is what Liam's going to do. He's going to hold up the field behind to help Ethan pull away. And that is exactly what Liam is doing. Oh, Connor Piper's off on the grass. That's going to enable Xavier McIntosh to go into 3rd place. And I tell you what, Piper will be a little bit annoyed, because that is what Liam is going to do. He's going to hold up the field to have Ethan pull a big gap. Oh, look at the run over to Heron is getting on the exit of Madrick on Piper. Now it's going to be straight horsepower on into Ford Water. Piper on the outside, Heron on the inside, bumping and barging on the straightaway, and now into St Mary's, and Piper just about barely holding on. They're still side by side out at St Mary's. Piper tried to shut the door on Heron, but he was still there, and Heron kind of backed out a little bit. Oh, he's having a look on the inside of Levant and nearly makes contact in the back of the Scirocco. Now then, we now know that Liam is going to be a bit of a buffer now. He's going to have to find a way by Liam. He's going to have to go. Xavier's going to have to go somewhere where he's not. Oh, did he get into him again? I mean, that's the problem with Liam. His defensive is very, very aggressive, and he will make contact with someone into a corner. And I mean, it's not good, but yeah, he's got to be very careful here. And I just noticed there that Ewan Lloyd flashing the lights there to Piper. Ewan started 11th. He's up in 6th place there, and you can see the top 4 ahead there: Piper, Heron, McIntosh, and Liam New. So he can salvage a very good finish here, as well as Liam McEwen. Already a double winner of this meeting. Here we go then. On board with Liam News. We are on the second half of race 3, the last meeting. Race number 249 of this BTCC series here. And again, McIntosh all over the back of New. And again, parks the bus on the inside, but it's going to allow Piper to go through on the inside of Heron on the Levant corner. Now into the Levant straightaway. He's got 4th place back again. And you can see the gap is going up 2.5 seconds. And that is because Liam New is doing the team player role and holding up the guys that are behind. But the problem is, if they keep messing up, like what Piper and Conor Heron is a side by side making contact again, and Heron is back through. Xavier gets into the back. I tell you what, watch out for Ewan Lloyd, because he is there. He's slowly catching up here. Lap 9 out of 14 now, so about 6 laps to go. It's a Team Halfords 1-2. Watch Heron then on the inside of McIntosh in the first corner as he got it. What's Piper going to do? He's going to 50 eye the lead. Oh, 3 abreast then. Oh, he's gone through there. McIntosh has been dumped to 5th place, but has Piper gone into 3rd because of it? He'll have the outside for Ford Water, but he's going to have the inside at St Mary's, and he's through. Superb from Adam Piper. Look at that, just made a hole in the middle on the inside of McIntosh, on the outside of Heron, and he's got third place. He's actually got some tool from Liam New. That's how he got by. He nearly goes on the grass there and all. Now we know what Piper's like when it comes to aggressive driving. Now he's got one of the most aggressive defenders in this now, with Liam New in second place. I was kind of wanting it back there. Oh, that was a sharp block there from Piper on Heron. Is that compromised corner though? No, it doesn't. Now we're into the chicane then, as we're going to start lap 10. And look at the gap now Ethan has over Liam. 4 seconds. Let's have a look further back then through the field then. So there's McEwen in 7th. Ash Sharp there sitting in 8th. Lewis Edwards in 9th, and there is Nashel in 10th place. We are missing a couple of drivers. That'll be Leon Welsh and someone else, unfortunately. Who are we missing? Clements. It'll be Clements. We're missing Clements as well. Oh, Clements says he's gave up. Well, that's disappointing. Not what you wanted to see. Now then, what's going on here for second place? New's been dumped to 5th place. Oh, yeah, see that? Yeah, and again, Piper forcing the issue and nearly spins Liam in the process, but Liam nearly put Piper on the grass on the into St. Mary's, sorry, Fordwater, and Heron took full advantage of it, and he's up to second place. No, not for long, because Piper's now in the second place and gets into the back of Adam. So we've got ourselves a 5-car scrap here for second place, and now Liam has lost his safety net. Ethan has lost his safety net in his teammate Liam New, but I think the damage has already been done. So Ethan Graham is going to go on to get his fourth win of the season, and will extend his championship lead by quite a considerable margin, barring if he does a mistake. And we have seen from time to time Ethan has done mistakes. Oh, Ewan Lloyd, couple of one on. Oh wow, he's trying to do a pass in the grass there, on the inside there of Liam New, and up into 5th place there. That was a Dale Earnhardt pass in the grass there. So Liam now dumped to 6th place now, and he's going to come under some pressure from Liam McEwen in the other Hyundai, the Team Eurotech car. I just noticed that Liam also passed his former teammate as well for about 3 or 4 seasons, Sharp in the process. Oh, Piper on the side base there. Contact was made there. Nearly hit the tyre barrier from Heron there. Piper must have didn't appreciate that there, because he gave him a little rub on the driver's side door. And that's Heron retaking second place. But I tell you what, it's getting definitely feisty here for second spot on the podium. Now that Ewan Lloyd and Liam Graham are out of the equation, it's a 3-horse scrap for the second spot there, and McIntosh's got the best seat in the house. Let's ride on board then with McIntosh. Look at the movement, look at the weaving that Piper's doing on Heron. Oh, was that a little bit of a brake check from Heron? Did he try to brake check Piper going into Fordwater? Oh well, he did the old switcheroo, and now look at McIntosh. McIntosh on the outside of Levant here. This is some great stuff here. Definitely some mind games being played here in the last race there. McIntosh go off onto the grass. Is that going to allow Ewan Lloyd to go into 4th position? Yes, indeed he does. What a drive this here from Ewan Lloyd on those medium tyres from 12th all the way down to, from 12th all the way up to 4th place now. He could possibly potentially sniff a podium here if these two decide to mess up, which Adam nearly did at Woodcote. 2 more laps to go then. Look at this. What a drive this is from Ewan Lloyd. 2 seconds in the 4th, and look at McEwen, he's also there as well. McEwen in 6th place, 2 wins out of this track. He could get a top 5. Well, I tell you what, if Ewan Lloyd decides to do next season I would definitely put him up as a championship contender for sure. He has shown absolute class this meeting, and we saw there was loads of class of him in the first meeting at Glasgow when he was with Police and Adam Piper. He definitely does have talent behind that wheel, and I tell you what, if Ewan Lloyd can do a full season in one car, in just the one car, he'd be right up there battling with Ethan Graham and Lewis Edwards, and I can promise you that he is definitely a very worthy addition into the championship for sure. Piper's gone back into second, but I feel that battle was not over just yet though. And again, the more time that these two battle, it's going to allow Ethan to pull away, but it's going to allow that mess for fourth spot catch up here. And again, Liam trying to get by. Oh, Liam! Oh, and off goes McIntosh. McIntosh went off. McIntosh went off, just like what Liam Welsh did in the opening 2 laps there of the race. Oh, dearly me. And I also seen McEwen had a tank slap too out of Woodcote. Oh, was that an auto spin curb? That could have been an auto spin curb there, but McIntosh is off and down to 9th place. But we're on the last lap of the race here, and it's anyone's guess that Liam New is gone up into 4th position. On board now at the back of him, and Woo Woo is trying to go for the pass on the outside, going into Ford Water. Oh, Liam's off! Liam is off! Liam is off yet again! Slides right into Ewan Lloyd! And through into 4th place goes McEwen. There was no contact though. He's kind of slowed down a bit to let Ewan Lloyd go through there because he knew it was New's fault. Although, oh, he's retaking the spot back. Yeah, he's slowing down to let Lloyd go by. Oh, they don't want to, I think. Well, they can't do that because here comes Edwards and Sharp. Sharp now are there too, and they've taken full advantage of them two both slipping up. It's just like a game of after you. No, after you. Anyways, Ethan Graham's going to get his 4th win of the season. Also gets the fastest lap as well. Who's going to get second? It will be Piper that will get second. 3rd place will go to Connor Head. And drive of the day, though, goes to Liam McEwen. 2 wins and a 4th place for him. Edwards making up the most of the mistake there from New and Ewan Lloyd's hoo-has, if you will. And he'll end up getting the top 5. 6th for Liam New, Sharp in 7th, 8th for Ewan. McIntosh will be disappointed to get in 9th place, and in 10th place here comes Nashel. Very struggle for him. Hopefully he'll do better at Kyoto, which will be the 250th race in this championship, so looking forward to see that there. As we've got 10 people watching there. Where are we here for the first race? Here he goes. Nicely done there, Roy, and here you come across the line. Top 10 for him. 2 retirements, Leon Welsh and Chris Clements, unfortunately, but that was an exciting race 3, and well done everybody. But again, I always do a driver of the day from Liam, but since he's racing, so I'll have to give my opinion on who driver of the day is, and it's a no-brainer. It's got to be Liam McEwen. 2 wins and a 4th place finish. But again, also shout out as well to Ewan Lloyd by getting 2 second places and potentially nearly a podium spot as well. But then obviously the problem with Liam New on the last lap at St Mary's cost him that, and he ended up finishing in 8th place. So here's the unofficial results. Ethan Graham, his 4th win of the season. Piper 2nd. I'll better type that in as well. And also Graham gets a fastest lap, so that is his 2nd fast lap. Perfect day for Graham there. 22 points, the maximum you can get in one race. 7.5 seconds the advantage over Piper. Heron, McEwen, Edwards, New, Sharp, Lloyd, McIntosh, Nashel, Clements and Leon Welsh. So there you go. As the drivers that are leaving the room, I'm going to end the stream because I'm going to take the dog out for a walk because he'll be waiting outside. So this has been the FTR BTCC Blueprint with STDash84's design. Season 15, Round 4 at Goodwood. The 250th race will be live next week at Kyoto. Hopefully I've got Liam back in the booth from me. So until then, we'll see you next week.